Less than 1 week until the start of Season 2 of Paramount's Halo show, in name only that is, we've had one last wave of promotional interviews and teasers and all that type of stuff. And quite frankly, I do admit, I think Season 2 is looking a lot better than Season 1. But that bar is so low that anything above absolutely pathetic is a gigantic improvement. I do not think Season 2 is looking that good, but yes, it is an improvement from Season 1, even though that's not saying so much. However, on top of all this, and part of this is due to the promotion, I kind of feel like Season 2, at least the promotional stuff, has fooled a lot of people into thinking that Season 2 is some type of major course correction or reboot, when that is certainly and cannot be the case when Season 1 still exists. This is still the Silver Timeline. This is still Master Cheeks. This is still race-swapped Jacob Keys. This is still everything that went down with Season 1 is still canon, I guess, to the Silver Timeline, even though, let's face it, there's only one true Halo canon. We do actually have quite a bit to go over, so let's just jump right into it. This will be the third telling of the Fall of Reach. Obviously, we had the original Fall of Reach book, which actually came out before Halo Combat Evolved. We had Bungie do Halo Reach's video game. Of the two, I would say the Fall of Reach is the better story when it comes to the actual Fall of Reach. But now we're going to have the Silver Timeline. We're going to have their take on one of the most destructive defeats for humanity in the Human Covenant War, where Master Cheeks is, by the looks of it, on the ground fighting. Master Chief, in both Fall of Reach and Halo Reach, was never on the ground fighting the Covenant. Never. And if he was, he probably would have fucking died. And what's wild is Master Cheeks dies at the end of Season 1, and fucking Cut Queen Cortana takes over his body. So Pablo Schreiber, Master Cheeks himself, has said that Season 2 is darker than Season 1 and much better writing. Every time he talks about Season 2, he makes this subtle jab that Season 1 was shit. To all the people out there, they kept telling me that you're just hating on it for the sake of hating it. You're not giving it a chance. Suck my fucking ass. I gave it. Well, I knew it was going to be shit, but I watched it. I went in with an open mind and knew it was going to be shit, and it was shit. But even the people who made Season 1 are telling us that, yes, it sucked, and we promise that Season 2 is going to be better. I believe that it will be better, but I don't think it'll be good. I think a lot of people have been fooled, bamboozled by the marketing of Season 2. Because Season 2 is being marketed as kind of a reboot. If it was a reboot, why would it be called Season 2? If it was a reboot, why would it continue from Season 1? This is not a reboot. Season 1 still happened. This is still the Silver Timeline. The same timeline that had a human in the Covenant. The same timeline that took a Kigya, a jackal character, and I am not fucking making this up, turned it into a black crackhead. And Pablo, he's come out and said shit like, well, if you don't like me taking off my helmet, you're probably not going to like the show. No shit, Pablo. No fucking shit. It's more dangerous. All of the stunt and action sequences put you into the battle and inside the fighting. So what, they're going to have a first-person scene is what it sounds like to me. Our new showrunner is just more of a gifted writer. He's telling you Season 1 sucked. He's saying Season 1 sucked. Please give Season 2 a chance. And if you are, pirate it. His dialogue is better. He puts word in the mouth that feels more appropriate for the character. There's no question the second season is far stronger than the first. I will stake my reputation on that. Pablo, what reputation? What reputation is that? What have you got, Pablo? You're known as Master Cheeks. You're the dude that has his ass hanging out in every episode of what is supposed to be a fucking Halo show. You have no reputation to stake. You have nothing to put on stake. There is a new, well, it's been out for a few days now. somewhat teaser trailer thing. Let's check it out. So I believe what we have here is Planet Reach, City Reach. I still can't believe they called it that.
I'm here because I believe in you. And I believe in this program.
Opening scene, helmet off.
And I believe in this program.
Sir, if I may, who the hell is this guy?
He's the boss.
Ah, yes. Why do I always forget? Race swapped to Jacob Keyes.
Boss. Keeping the enemy engaged in the outer colonies is the mission. We have peace here. People feel safe. Are they? I know this enemy. It's here. I saw it.
What is it you want from me?
There is a plan in place.
Okay, so I know a lot of people are praising that. The Spartan 3 SPI armor. Yeah, Spartan 3s did use SPI armor a lot. However, this looks a lot more like Infinite's SPI armor. What's wrong with having Infinite's SPI armor? Oh, there's a big gap between the Fall of Reach and Halo Infinite in the timeline.
In place, but it's going to require some hard choices.
Okay, and then of course we have MILF Halsey. Everyone, I remember talking with John Connors, we're like, yo, Halsey kind of a baddie in this show.
Hard choices.
Soren.
The thing about war.
Oh yes, Kigya with energy swords. Kigya with energy swords. You're loving it, aren't you?
The thing about war.
SPI, Spartan Freeze.
It never stays where you put it. They're here. Aren't they?
This is Reach, home to millions of people.
It's not just the fact that it's home to millions of people. It's the second most important planet to the UNSC behind Earth. I don't think I have to explain why Earth is the most important planet, but Reach was like #1 military planet. A lot of resources on Reach, a lot of construction on Reach. There is a reason why in the real timeline, when humanity was pretty much, we're fucked, we can't win, everyone regroup at Reach.
It's my job to decide what to do next.
This is.
Look at that. Master Cheeks. Not only no helmet, this time no armor. He hasn't earned the right to take off his helmet. He hasn't earned the right to have his face on screen. You haven't earned that right. If this show was good, well written, and there was a moment where he takes off his helmet and it was earned, there wouldn't be nearly as much as backlash. Like I said before on the last trailer, when he's got the helmet and the visor's cracked and you can see his eye, like that should have been so fucking cool. That could have been a goated as fuck scene. Except we've seen his face most of the fucking show. So there's no mystery behind the helmet. Okay? We're like, oh, it's just fucking dickhead behind the helmet. Instead of, it could have been Master Chief having some hardcore fight. He's outnumbered, man. He might not make it out this time. Even the Master Chief is just taking a beating. But then he stands up, camera zooms in, or zooms out, sorry. You can see he's still ready to fight, but his visor is cracked and you can see his eye. And you'd be like, oh shit. That little subtle reminder of that he is still human. He is a human underneath all that armor. A hardcore, genetically modified super soldier, but still human. That could have been such a good scene.
This is about control, about who dictates how.
So I think what this is there is Spartan 3s having a standoff with Spartan 2s, which is dumb. A Spartan 2 would tear him apart, limb from limb.
About who dictates how this war is fought.
So I believe that was their Parakoski, her, the Indian chick. They turned into an Indian.
War is fought.
No. That's not what I think! That's not Fel. That is not Fel Vladimir. That's not him. That is not Fel Vladimir. That is not Fel Vladimir. Nah. That is not Fel Vladimir. Nah. Nah. It can't be Fel Vladimir. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do it. I don't think they know who Fel Vladimir is. I don't think that's him. Oh, I'm on a lot of fucking coke. Of course it's the silver fucking timeline. See, in proper canon, he's not Arbiter. He's not an Arbiter yet. He doesn't become an Arbiter until the start of Halo 2. Nah, that's the thing, man. They would do him dirty. Fel Vladimir is the single greatest Halo character ever created. All right, boys and girls, we have a little bit more. So with everything we just watched as well, we now have a snippet from a recent interview on Collider. Okay, so thank you, Reeves Gaming, for taking a screenshot so I don't have to click on that gay-ass website. So Halo Season 2 will dive into the Covenant mindset and explore their motives, relationships, and allegiances. Sounding a lot like Halo 2, so maybe that was Fel Vladimir we just saw. Making them more understandable and compelling. Oh my god, they are going to do it, aren't they? Season 2 will introduce new Covenant artillery. Had fan favorite. Oh my god, they're doing it. They're fucking doing Fel Vladimir. This time, we got two main characters from the Covenant, which you're really going to actually get to meet and understand and spend time with and understand what their motives are and what they want. Oh no, they're actually doing it. And so I think that's going to be really fun because the enemy will be much more characterized and much more accessible. Whereas in the first season, it was still a little hard to understand what they wanted or what their agenda was. I would agree with that part. If you didn't know what the Covenant was all about, Season 1 didn't fucking tell you. Like, I remember talking with Dispelling on stream, and he was like, I got no fucking... Dispeling's not a Halo guy. He was sitting there going, I got no fucking idea what's going on. And I'm like, well, I am a Halo guy, and I've got no fucking idea either. I think that all slightly affected this season and your ability to really connect with what the stakes were. But now, hopefully in this season, we're going to get a lot more connection to the Covenant, and a couple of the characters we're bringing in are fan favorites. Fel is the greatest Halo character. He is a better character than Master Chief. And look how bad they turned Chief into Cheeks. Imagine what they're going to do to Fel. Will they even give him a name in this? Or are they just going to jump right to Arbiter? But he can't be an Arbiter because he hasn't failed yet. He hasn't had the failure of Alpha Halo yet. The events of Combat Evolved haven't happened yet. The events of the first Halo game is what leads him to end up taking the mantle of the Arbiter, which is a scumbag position, right? It used to be the one of the highest honor, but then the Covenant and the Prophets fucked that up and kind of turned that whole symbol into a symbol of scum. So Pablo Schreiber says that Halo Season 2 is more careful about Master Chief wearing his helmet for moments where it really matters. You fucking lying sack of shit. You lying bitch-ass sack of shit. All of the fucking promotional material, there is not one trailer, not one teaser trailer where it shows him completely with just a helmet, just an armor. Fuck, the last one we watched had him out of armor and out of helmet fighting. Bruh. You're so full of shit, Pablo. Less than 2 weeks ago, he did a previous interview saying, if you don't like me not wearing the helmet, you won't like the show. Quote, in Season 2, we'll be a little more careful about the way the helmet is used. For me, it's very important with the scenes with Master Chief, it's Master Chief. It's Master Chief, and we experience that. No, you play Master Cheeks. We experience what his experience is. And it doesn't include taking off your helmet in the middle of the battle. Why not? You did in Season 1. Or at the end of the battle, just so you can get FaceTime, right? That's exactly what you did in Season 1. That's the stuff I want to do away with. And I think we're keeping control of that pretty well this season. You bitch-ass lying motherfucker. The last trailer teaser thingy that we just watched showed him in a fight without the helmet, even without the armor on. It's cap. It's dead-ass cap.